episode of Auto Repairs. Today I'll be working on this 2005 Dodge Ram 2500, and I'll be replacing the transmission filter and the transmission pan gasket. Let's get started. Alright, let's get underneath the vehicle here. We'll take a look at what we're going after. Right here, this pan right here. All the bolts all the way around it, like 14 bolts or so, could be wrong. But I gotta take all those bolts loose and then take this pan down and then take the filter down inside the pan. Okay, let's get started here. Start removing some bolts. There it comes. Look at that. Sprung a leak. It's supposed to happen. Started taking the bolts loose on one side and working my way around. So it does this, so it'll start leaking so I don't have a full pan as I bring it down. Let this leak a little bit and I'll get my hands back up here. Actually, I can take this one loose. This will help. Take another one loose. There we go. Alright, we only have one left. Time to bring this up to catch the pan. Not really going to work out the way I want it to. Hey! I only made a little bit of a mess. How about that? I've taken straight up showers with automatic transmission fluid before. Oh my gosh, it is not fun. Alright, get you a better look at, show you what's going on here. Here's our transmission pan, some transmission fluid in it. There's our filter. We'll be taking that off in a little bit. Those two holes there, there's screws up there that I'll have to take out. I'm gonna let it drip a bit. There's a shift solenoid, some shift solenoid wiring. All right. Okay, we got our new filter here. We're gonna install it. It goes in here just like this. Bolt. Alright, tighten this down to spec. First I'm just going to get it hand tight. Torque wrench and I'll torque that down. But in the meantime, I'll get the pan ready also. I'm gonna go back in with the pan now. I just wanted to show you. Got it nice and clean. I suggest cleaning it with something that won't leave fibers behind. I use red rags. You could use paper towels. Just make sure that there's no paper fibers left behind. You don't want that in your transmission. Probably won't hurt it. But then again, it's not something that was there to begin with, so probably be a good idea to just make sure that's nice and clean, shiny metal all the way around. What am I doing? All right, now just get all the bolts started by hand, and then I'll run them up with my electric impact gun. Swear if I hit my head one more time, oh man. Come on. Do what I want. I don't want to keep my arms up here all day. Come on. All right. So I'm just going to put all the bolts in the pan now, and then I'll tighten it all up. Now it's time to tighten up all of our bolts. Okay, now I'll go over all of them with a wrench or a ratchet and a socket. Alright, just want to make sure they're nice and tight. Now I don't trust torque on a transmission pan. I've torqued down a transmission pan and had it leak with the proper torque, you know. After you torque it, you shouldn't need to do anything else, you know. What do you do there? You know, the pan gasket was probably scuffed in an area, so I just found just torquing it down by hand, just by feel. I mean, these aren't the biggest bolts in the world either. You don't need to tighten them down until the veins bulge out in your head. Like, you're just gonna break it, you know, and then you'll have a leak. Then you have to drill out. You have to drill out one of these bolts over your head. How much fun would that be? Tons of fun. Don't do it. There we go, just until they all about feel the same. Then you're done there. Now it's time to add fluid. All that's left to do now is to add some fluid to it. Some ATF plus 4. We're working on a Chrysler product here, Dodge. As far as I know, all Dodge Chrysler products, they use ATF plus 4. Well, this is the boring part, just adding fluid, starting and checking. I'm going to put 5 quarts in it because that's what it looked like came out. We'll start with 5 and check it. But this concludes this episode of Auto Repairs.